Life, death, and the world around us all follow a set of laws. But if you never test the limits, how can anyone know where the boundaries of these laws are?
Oh, shucky ducky, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Hope we're having a great day today. It is Sunday, the 7th of May, 2023. Hey, everyone. Okay. Let's do this. I've been playing a lot of Warframe, actually, this weekend. Hey, Cherry Rose, how's it going? Playing a lot of Warframe this weekend, actually, because I was made aware of a certain way to play my beloved Paris Prime, which I tried out, and it's nuts. On top of that, I've been shopping, I've been hanging out with friends, and so naturally I've gotten next to no Genshin done this weekend. But I did have some time to double 8 Baizhu's talents, so that's pretty good. I got a Tamagotchi, as in the digital pet. I haven't heard of them in ages. I remember when Tamagotchis were like really were like a huge thing in primary school. So it was a while ago when I remember them being a bit of a fad. But I assume they still exist in some meaningful capacity. Generally speaking, things that were fads in primary school, actually I think it's 50-50. Sometimes they end up being really cool, and then sometimes they're just not. They're banned in the country or in the school that you're talking about. Hey Seed, how's it going? No Gundam for 2 weeks, just a recap episode. I was a little bit confused by this particular episode. Spoilers for this recent episode of Wish from Mercury, by the way, folks.
I am merely a mortal doctor.
What was happening?
I don't have many
Like, was Suletta effectively sort of pretend? Yeah, I already watched it. Was Suletta sort of pretend question mark, or like actually betrayed by like everyone, including Eri? Like it seemed like Prospera through Berry, I think her name is, or whatever the hell her name is, gave Mirone the kill switch, I guess, which Eri was aware of. And so just before Ariel called it a day, Eri was like, "Gomen nasai." Someone told me in AI that Guel is Eri. Now that's a crazy theory. In the school they were banned. Oh, Tamagotchis getting banned in school? That's no surprise. I think Tamagotchis ended up getting sort of banned, quote unquote, in primary school as well. Naturally, banning it doesn't actually prevent the kids from still playing with them. It just ends up being like this sort of black market Tamagotchi type dealio, where like people were sort of hanging out in the darkest corners of the school, being like, "Hey, let's see your Tamagotchi." At least they're just trying to like very sneakily show Tamagotchis are not, you know, penises.
Mind the side effect.
I once saw a video that said Genshin is a horror game. That is an accurate portrayal of Genshin, yes. Genshin is in fact a horror game, that is true. The horror really comes from when you look at people's bank accounts and you realize how much money they've actually spent on the game. You become horrified. Hey Ray Ray, how's it going? Oh, the AI in the... What is it called? The Jeturk? That particular mobile suit is a Jeturk, right? Or am I crazy? Hey Ray Ray, how's it going? You reckon... So the theory is that Eddie is in that one as well? No, I don't... No, I don't know. That seems pretty insane to me.
Everyone hold hands. The doctor will see with all my strength.
Remember, health comes first.
Yes, this is it.
Grant us your blessing.
This is unnecessary. What other kind of... other Baizhu team would I play? I guess I could play this kind of Baizhu team. But... would I though?
Treat your wounds.
Would I though? I don't think I would. I mean... I guess I could do this.
Whatever would you do without me?
Of course, then the question is, like, what's the difference between running Baizhu and Yao Yao at that point? I mean, whatever. I gotta go. Okay, thanks for joining, Cherry Rose. Catch you next time, eh? If we have time tonight, I'll swap over to Warframe and I'll try to do a few more Steel Path circuits without falling asleep to try and get the bow in Kanon. BO, bow, stick in Kanon. Otherwise, it is what it is. Making a machine gun build for Destiny. Oh! What would there be in a machine gun build in Destiny? I imagine it's just machine gun. Pick a machine gun that you like. Are there equipment perks that you can use to make your machine guns do better damage, or something like that? Or is it more of like a damage perk, or I don't even know.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
Ad Astra, Abyssos.
Ad Astra.
Oh, whoops. Put in the right fragments and armor mods, that's about it. Oh, armor mods. Oh, right, yeah, there are actually a lot of armor mods that are like, your machine gun stowing is faster, or like if your machine gun is... I can't remember if there's like a... Is there a, like, if your machine gun is... Oh yeah, there should be a machine gun auto-reloader, isn't there? Is that a thing? Because I know that's a thing for sniper rifles, which is what makes sniper rifle play pretty fun. Pretty cool, in that, like, I could, like, use my sniper rifle, swap over to another weapon, not even have to worry about reloading. So then I kind of do a sniper into bow. Back into sniper, I have my it's already reloaded. No need to worry about anything. You know, that kind of thing. That's kind of nice. You know, I don't know. Hey, I bought a new jacket. Actually, I bought 2 new jackets. It's basically the same idea as the grey jacket that I have. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Have I ever shown off that grey jacket before? I don't remember. But basically, it turns out the shop that I bought that grey jacket at, they also had the blue and black jacket available as well. What's odd is that my mum reckoned that they didn't have it available for a while. But yesterday, right before I went to hang out with some friends, I randomly came across it. And I was like, oh! There it is. So I kind of figured, okay, well, let's do this then. Okay, I don't really need to farm for Baizhu, I think. Let's have a look at this Baizhu build real quick. So we've got Oathsworn Eye. Why not? I mean, I guess I should probably build a Fav. I guess. Maybe I should, eh? Because, I mean, Oathsworn Eye is nice, but like, Fav is... I mean, I have it here. I guess I'll do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's try and build Fab. Yeah, so we have that. Wait, what even is my crit rate though? If I'm gonna run Fab, I don't think I can run Fab on him though. Because my crit rate is 25%. That's not gonna work out. Nope. That is not gonna work out. HP. Oh man, I don't exactly have a whole lot of options available. This one doesn't even have any crit rate, ugh. Highest crit dab. I don't have any high crit. No! What? Okay. Yeah, I don't think I exactly have a whole lot of options of it. I mean, okay, there is this. You can use... Oh. Yeah, you can use this. I don't really... Oh no, but... What's my DMC's crit rate then? I don't think I'm going to be playing DMC anytime soon now. Oh, 61, that's still pretty decent. Hey Ace, how's it going? I just lost a bit of health, that's no good. So now I'm at 30%. You know what? Nah. Nah. I'm going to not play Fav. Oh, this one had some HP, that's why. I'm going to not play Fav, I'm just going to continue using Oathsworn Eye. Oathsworn Eye is a great weapon, so... It is what it is. That being said though, I'm probably not going to play Baizhu in like this kind of team. I'm probably still going to stick to doing something like this for this kind of team.
I've been waiting for you for
Proto Amber?
ages.
I don't feel like I need to use Proto Amber. Also, hey guys, yeah, how's it going? I don't think I need to use Proto Amber. I feel like his healing is good enough as is. I mean, yeah, Proto Amber has the cool thing of like, yeah, it regenerates some energy as well, which is actually pretty good. But like, I tend to use Proto Amber on characters who are not healers. Medic Nahida, Medic Mona, Medic Hazel. You know, I prefer to like keep Proto Amber available for non-healers to turn them into healers, because that's kind of to me like that's where it really shines, is being able to be like, well, here's a character who's not exactly a healer, but we're gonna make her a healer anyway because fuck you. So he kind of is like a healer or so. Yeah, he is. Not kind of a healer. He is a healer. Like, this is why I tend to use... Although I probably should... I feel like I don't really need to farm anything else right now, so... I guess I should farm for for Fav anyway. And build it. At least then I have the option of using it later on if I want to. When I get, let's say, a whole bunch of crit rate. You know, crit rate substat artifacts. If that ever happens. Probably not a bad idea to just get it there. Uses this one, right? I forgot to do Archon. Oops. Archon. Oh! Yeah, I haven't done this week's Archon. Memory serves, this week is the blue shard. Yeah, I really don't care about the blue shards now. Oh. Bringing Candace is actually kind of pointless. Whoops. I should do Nilu triple Dendro.
pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the better.
Committed to
There we go. I only need her for real though. I only need her for HB. Wait, what? You only need who? Baiju's a dude. Ace. What exactly are you talking about? I think I need one more blue towel for my stupid 900 energy and up. $900 energy and Naros. What is happening there? Oh, you only need her for Hyper Bloom. Who's her? Again, Baiju's a guy. Who are we talking about? Hyper Bloom or Hitbox? HB normally stands for healing bonus. Which is where the confusion was coming in, because I was thinking like, what do you want to do? Yeah, but I use for anything. Oh, fair enough, I guess. Language is very liquid. It is not particularly solid. Words can often change meaning, I guess. Generally speaking, you will find that most people understand the use of HB in the context of Genshin as healing bonus, because that is in fact a stat that from time to time actually is... Oh my friggin' god! Look at that! Look at that! My special ability is still on cooldown. This particular thing sucks.
Mind the side effects. Taking a turn for the better.
Oh my freaking god, look at that, 40-second cooldown. Jesus Christ. But I seriously want Ganyu? Okay, well then, good luck getting Ganyu. Do you want do you want Ganyu for Hyper Bloom? So you want Ganyu for Hyper Fridge? Just Hyper Bloom, but, you know, there's Cryo involved as well. "20-second cooldown, Jesus Christ. No. Okay, I'm very confused. So who's her? Oh, you want Candace for Hyper Bloom. Oh. Okay. Interesting choice, but okay, very well.
A bitter pill to swallow. Seems like an emergency.
I still have no idea how to build her though. I still have no idea how to build the team of Ganyu. There's many Ganyu teams. Well, not many. There's a handful of Ganyu teams that work, and pretty much every single Aloy team that I've ever made, Ganyu, generally speaking, can... No, actually, that's true. That's false. That's actually completely false. I just realized, no, that's not actually true at all. My Freezeloid team would not work with a Ganyu, because Ganyu can't do cryo-infused normal attacks. So we have... Okay, I'll show you. We have a few Ganyu teams that you can play. So when it comes to Ganyu, there's usually like 2 ways of looking at her. As a person, as a character by herself to start off with, Ganyu's kit is best summarized in 2 specific ways. Okay.
Time to begin work?
We have charge shot Ganyu teams. Teams that are focused on doing as much damage through this, okay? But then we also have support Ganyu teams. Teams that are focused specifically on Ganyu using this and also using her ult, because her ult is actually very, very strong. So, if you want to play a team that is involved with her charge attacks, generally speaking, you want to go for something like Melt Ganyu. Melt Ganyu can exist in a variety of ways. Recently, we have a few options available. For example, you can play, say, Zhongli, Nahida. Okay, let's do it this way. You can bring along someone like Benjamin if you're feeling particularly boring. You have Zhongli, Nahida. You can do something like this.
Time to broaden the horizons again.
You have something like this, okay? Alternatively, if you don't feel like playing Benny because he is in fact very, very boring, you don't need Zhongli. What you can do is you can go for something like some healer. Let's say Yao Yao. Yao Yao, sure, why not? Dehaya, Nahida.
I'll take good care of everyone.
You can do that. You can do something like this, and the idea is that like the reason why you can play with Dehaya is because Dehaya can also provide you with interruption. What is it? Interruption resistance, which is very, very good if you're trying to do charge shots. Okay, so that's another thing. Or even better, like lately, because interruption resistance is now turning into a bit of a huge thing. You can also bring along Baizhu instead. I don't even think that is viable. Sure it is. Ganyu does a lot of damage with her charge attacks. As long as you keep them burning, burn melt tends to work. Like, the idea is that Ganyu alone is usually strong enough to just do a whole bunch of damage anyway. So that's like crazy burn melt nonsense.
There is still a lot
Shenhe?
to do.
Okay, so you're thinking mainly about freeze Ganyu. You can still play charge attacks with freeze Ganyu. I personally wouldn't, but then again, I personally wouldn't play Ganyu. But putting that aside, you could do something like this. I don't know, Shenhe and Rose, maybe.
Understood.
Like this kind of permafrost,
to stand here,
permafreeze team, or instead of Rose, maybe Mona. Always a good choice, you know. Shenhe works better with freeze, but I wouldn't really use her with Ganyu, TBH. Yeah, like the thing about Shenhe is that you have ammo. You have an ammo count, and the thing about Ganyu is that she does a lot of AoE damage, which means you tend to just wreck through all of that pretty much instantly. So if you're going up against like a lot of enemies, Shenhe is only going to buff like one charge attack. It's going to do a ton of damage. It's probably also going to overkill like crazy, but that's it. And then you have to wait for a cooldown, and then you can do it again, but you have to wait for a cooldown, and then you can do it again. Shenhe's ult is still very useful, though. Shenhe's ult is still very useful for that regard. So you could potentially look at it like that. I mean, one could argue that Rosaria might be a better,
Sooner we're done.
but might be a better choice at that point. But you don't necessarily need that much crit rate when you're playing Freeze Ganyu, because Blizzard Stray is going to give you a whole lot of crit rate anyway. But with mono, I'd recommend using Rosaria. Yeah, basically what KSD House said. If you want to be super based, there is a based, like a based Giga Chad Freeze Ganyu team, and it's Ganyu, Kokomi, Kaz. You should probably bring Kaz in some way, shape, or form in any freeze Ganyu team. You should probably bring Kaz somehow, or if you have him, Venti. Then you basically play Morgana. Morgana, by the way. So we have Ganyu, we have Mona, I think. Oh, Diona, for some reason. I honestly, I don't really know why Diona is part of Morgana. I think it's because she can battery Ganyu pretty decently, I guess. And then Venti. Imagine my Kaz's Venti. So you have Morgana.
Head off.
That's also an old school. Like if you're playing Morgana, you're saying that you're back in 2021 when Morgana was popping off big time. Yeah, this was a team from 2021 that was pretty much top of the meta for the longest time because we kept having spiral abysses where you could freeze everything. So Morgana was just really, really strong. That was until Ayaka showed up, and that's when you have the based, Giga Chad, goated Ganyu Freeze team.
All is accounted for. Let's move.
I've seen this before. This is a team that apparently exists. People play it. It's, instead of Kaz, Venti. Swap Kaz for Venti. And so, we have a team like this. It works. And it's like, I would argue this is probably the most based Giga Chad Ganyu team you could play. Where you have like 2 hyper DPSs. So, yeah. I can use a little help with my brother for Ayato. Yeah. Also, Aloy best team. That's not Aloy's best team. Well, because that's not an Aloy team.
Need help?
Now this is an Aloy team. I have never actually tried this before. This might actually be kind of hilarious. I wouldn't be able to tell. I wouldn't be able to tell like what cryo attack is Ayaka's and what cryo attack is Aloy's though, because Aloy would be doing more damage, and so everybody would look at them and be like, no, that's Ayaka damage. That's Ayaka damage. No, not on my account. That's Aloy damage, for sure. Doubt.
Come on.
I'm pretty sure my Ayaka ticks are like 14k, whereas my Aloy normal attacks can hit like 20 in a team like this, I reckon. Anyway. That's just extra memes. I used to main Ayaka. Nobody ever used to main Ayaka. You have like one Aloy tick, I doubt it's that hard to tell. Oh no, I can tell. But everyone else watching would swear up and down that it's an Ayaka tick. Because they cannot fathom the concept of a person's account having a stronger Aloy than their Ayaka. I can tell. Everyone else can't. I'm very well aware of how strong my Aloy is.
With all my strength. Make yourselves at home.
Mind the side effects.
But I don't really have a great Ayaka. Well, we can always have a... If you wanna figure out what's wrong with your Ayaka, I mean, we could always have a look at, like... After watching for so long, I'm still very underwhelmed by the strongest Aloy. Really? Well, I can't really help you there, then. I do whatever I can, and that's about it. I don't main anyone right now. I've kind of turned into a Nilo main for the time being. She's just completely broken.
Positions. The doctor will see.
Taking a turn.
Oh crap. Nilu, yeah.
Flee!
What? How is... I don't even know. How was that still alive? How was that still alive? but I don't think I'll main anyone. I can't build correctly. Well, I mean, there's a lot of... I guess there's a lot of guides. The problem is not necessarily... I guess the problem is not necessarily that you don't know what to do. The problem might just be RNG. Because that's the thing about this game. Like, building correctly, quote-unquote, very much to do with RNG. You could know, like, all the intricacies in the game, but if your RNG is just atrocious and none of the good stuff pops out, it doesn't really matter, does it, folks? It doesn't really matter at all. I think that should be enough for the farm. I would like to not do this particular domain again for as long as possible. Because this domain sucks. Ugh, maybe I'm gonna have to play even more. I only play Genshin for some reason. I don't know, and I don't know. Oh, well, the reason is because waifus. Or husbandos, depending on which way you swing. Like, for me, it's waifus. And combat. And story. I actually find the story to be rather compelling. But, like... for a lot of people, it's just waifu! Waifu! Waifu impact. Husband impact. Daddy impact. Mommy impact. That's it. Let's see. Okay. The game itself. Bit of a vague et al, I guess. But yeah. Let me see if I can... oh, maybe I'll do the refund thing. Yeah, because I don't want to burn through all of my resources on the off chance that I suddenly need them. Although, that being said though, I did just burn through all of my comments, which is going to be kind of hilarious when I inevitably get around to kind of needing them again. Damn, you have like 20? 20 what? Oh, 20 of these things. Wait, am I... oh god, do I have to continue farming that domain? Oh god, no. Oh, hell no. Wait. Don't I only need 4? Yay! Okay, let's level 90 the Fav. Move on. Oh, I've run out of weapon crystals now. Wow, fantastic. Okay. Let's go and do this then. I mean, hang on, am I using Fab? Yeah. Kind of can't use Fab when I only have 25% crit rate, huh? But I don't have a whole lot of options. I mean, first off, let's swap to this one. Yeah, let's swap to this one because... fuck it. This one I can play around with. Okay, what's Benny? What's Benny using right now? What cringe nonsense is Benny using right now? Do I have an HP cup of some description? Yes, I do. Okay. Okay. I don't quite remember the premise of me not using that on Benny. There must have been a reason, I guess. So I can use that one now. Yay! 36. Okay, that's not too bad. If you do 2E per rotation and add some normals, you'll get a Fav prop pretty consistently. I'm more likely to E into Q, which should do the trick. And then we'll see how we go from there. I liked Oathsworn Eye though, because Oathsworn Eye's cooldown, or rather Oath's One Eye's duration. Oh, hang on. Oath's One Eye's duration and Thingo, his special duration, or rather his special cooldown, the same. 10 seconds. The Oath's One Eye buff lasts for 10 seconds, and actually, you know what? You know what? Yeah, I reckon that looks a little bit better. Teal into teal, I think that looks good. Yeah, but Fav is consistently more ER even without passive. True. I mean, you can't really argue with that. But then I need to build crit rate, which is kind of cringe. I need to build cringe rate. I don't know. Also, right now nobody's using my Oath's One Eye, so it's kind of free. Whereas, it's inevitable that someone's going to want to use my Fav. In which case, well, at least I have options. Oh wait, is Fav 45 ER? Fav is 46 ER. Oh, yeah, Fav is 46 ER. Oath's One Eye is 48. Oath's One Eye would be better for a character who wants the attack as well. Yeah, it's slightly lower, but like, yeah, but then you bring in the fact that you have white particles showing up as well. Yeah, of course it's going to be higher. Yeah, obviously Oath's One Eye would be better on a character like Miko, Lisa, you know, a character who actually likes the attack and attack substat as well. Duh, of course. Like, but putting that aside, like, at least with Oath's One Eye, I don't have to build cringe rate on a healer. Whereas with Fav, kinda sorta do. Have you tried HP crit? I'm right now on ER HP crit. Sorry, I'm right now on ER HP. Oh, you can't see that. Oh, whoops. So right now I'm on ER HP because fuck it. He keeps comfy. That's something I learned. He energy hungry? He is energy hungry. Now I have him at 230% ER, and that's when I know for a fact I'm probably going to be exclusively playing him on a Nilo team when Nahida or some other Dendro character is involved, which means, generally speaking, I shouldn't need that much ER. But I don't care. You know? Like, I understand completely that he doesn't need that much ER when you're playing a double Dendro team. I don't care. So it's basically 230 or 232, I guess. If I was playing Oath's One Eye, it would be effectively 232% ER right now. I could, of course, lose the ER sand and go down to, like, what is it, 180? Whatever. Like, what's the Oh, thanks for the follow. AC, how's it going? Like, what would be the difference? I go from 35k HP to 39, I think is the calculate is what I've seen rather. That was bad English. What I've seen is that if I go to HP, I go to 39k right now. And cool, I guess. Like, what's the difference gonna end up being? Like, the main thing that would be the difference is this passive. So what? I go from 70% additional bloom damage to 80% additional bloom damage, which by itself sounds really, really cool. Except, for Candace specifically, I think this is added onto this, right? That the 80 or 70% is added onto this 500%. Bloom damage, which is also increased, I believe, by Flowers of Paradise Lost, which is 40 plus another 100, max 4 stacks, so 140. So I've gone from 500 almost to like 540 almost. Bottom line, oh, and then Nahida is involved, which means more EM, which means more. Bottom line is, I don't think that I suspect the the reality is that the difference between like 70 or 80% additional bloom damage is going to be very, very minimal. I'll take it if I could, but I don't think I'm going to be in a huge rush to try and get it. Besides, I'm already doing like... I'm already doing like 70 to 80k blooms. In this Spiral Abyss. I'm already hitting like bloom damage per second, so I mean... They really had to put Baizhu to force everyone into Star Rail. They tried to force me into Star... They try to make me go to Star Rail, but I said no, no, no. One gacha is way too many for me. If you enjoy it, then great. If you don't, great, I guess. But no, I don't even have the time to play an additional game. Like we're still halfway through Hogwarts Legacy, and I haven't touched that game in about a month and a half. Like, do you think I have to? Like, if anyone asks me, like, oh, why don't you play Star Rail? Do you think I even have the time or the energy to play Star Rail? Jesus Christ.
Positions. Yeah.
You are not welcome
Well.
here.
Sharing my knowledge.
Now, a bitter pill to swallow. Remember, health comes first.
I'm getting
Here I bring.
Okay. If only Fav worked off field. I mean, okay, it doesn't need to be that. It's already overpowered as the Fav weapon's already very, very strong. But if only they worked off field. I'm just doing my Genshin dailies and logging off. I'm also have to work full time, so that's the real problem. But yeah.
Taking a turn for the...
this may turn a little tough.
Wah!
I'm getting
Did I even get my Fav proc? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. What time is it? 10. Okay, that should... Okay, let's burn through this particular bit of resin. And then we can do the Baizhu story quest. They put the Baizhu story quest, like, ending cinematic on YouTube. So I already know that this is actually a quest all about Changsheng. I'm keen to do it.
here.
I'm just not keen to, like, get spoiled.
Make yourselves at home.
We shall.
Send this now.
Okay. That was a weird rotation.
A bitter pill to swallow.
You know what I like about Baizhu? He can heal the entire team with his E. That's dope. Like, that's actually really, really cool. You put some healing bonus on him, he could probably... He would probably be, like, multi... Like, he would basically be, Ultra Dory in terms of healing. I reckon. He might be able to heal, like... Actually, I have no idea. Can he heal, like... 14k? 14k? Can he heal, like, 12k? If you put a healing bonus hat on him? I don't know. There's, like... C4 Dory does have, like, 50% healing bonus, which is just wild. Like, actually wild. I wonder if... I don't know. Anyway. But I think because of that, like, I don't think I need to put a healing bonus hat on him. He can kind of just pop off by himself for healing purposes, so that's pretty good. His shield only being like a one-person heal is kind of cringe, I would say, but like, whatever. Kind of splitting hairs at that point. You kind of just do this, swap over, move on. Everyone gets healed. Woohoo! Guess it's good that the doctor is a very, very good healer. Chi-Chi! Okay. Nana-chan? Is that because we're about to start the Baizhu quest? There's Chi-Chi! Alright, here we go.
What's your name, buddy? Are you here to buy some medicine? Where are your mom and dad?
Are you lost?
No, I'm not. My name's Ayu, and I'm here because...
Hey there, Chi-Chi. Hi, Gui. What's going on? Hi,
Is this a Chi-Chi story quest?
And Paimon.
You've actually come at the
Hey,
perfect time.
Chi-Chi.
This little boy seems to have gotten himself lost. I think he must be new to the city. Probably wandered away from his parents and...
No, listen to me. I'm not the one who's lost. It's my dad.
Your dad? How does a fully grown man manage to get lost in Liyue Harbor?
Well,
Probably looking for a
my
chest.
dad's always been kind of forgetful. In the past, he was just a little slow to react sometimes. But I'm worried that it's getting more serious.
So, what about your mom?
She went out a few days ago to gather some herbs for my dad, but she still hasn't come back. Meanwhile, my dad's been getting worse and worse.
So mum went out to get some groceries and has never showed up.
He runs a clinic in Chingsa Village during the Lantern Ride. So I thought, why don't I take Dad to Liyue Harbor to see him there?
Talking about Baizhu then,
When
yes.
we got to the city gate, I took a moment to ask the Millelith guards for directions to the pharmacy. And then, when I turned back around, my dad was gone. I asked
Huh.
the Millelith guys to go find him, but he said they won't be able to send that many people. So then I figured, maybe I can ask some other people in the city to help.
You came to the right place. We're pros at finding people. Isn't that right, Traveler?
Well, especially people with elemental energy, I guess.
Junction can help. She has a good sense of smell, like a dog. Hey, who's talking about me behind my back?
Chengsheng, Chi-Chi meant that as a compliment. There's no need to be upset.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned that you were looking for the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy. How might we be of service?
You have a talking snake? Oh, are you Uncle Baizhu?
The Chinese way of saying uncle, but uncle. Yeah, but
Cheng, now's not the time. My dear boy, could you tell me more about your father's condition? As much as you can recall.
Yes, Dr. Baizhu.
I see. And your family lives near Chingsa Village, you say? I visit patients there frequently, but I don't recall ever seeing you or your parents.
Uh-huh. My mom doesn't like meeting other people, especially during Lantern Ride. She always tells me to just stay at home and keep my dad company.
Is that so? Ayu, by any chance, is your mother's name Jiangli?
Whoa, yeah, it is. Do you know my mom, Dr. Baizhu?
I certainly do. Gui, Chi-Chi, are there any pressing matters in the pharmacy at the moment?
okay.
Ayu's parents are old acquaintances of mine, so I would very much like to assist with the search. Would the two of
Oh,
you
for
have
real?
time to join me?
Don't forget us two. We already told Ayu that we'd help.
So is this actually going to end up being like Chi-Chi Story Quest Part 2 as well?
Oh, really? Well, that's wonderful. We are most grateful for your support.
Alright then.
Chi-Chi and I need to clear up the shop front first, but
Oh.
once that's taken care of, we'll be right out to help you with the search.
Family is very important.
Thank you. Then I'll leave you to
I
handle
think
the
so?
rest.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Traveler, Paimon, why don't you come with me and Ayu? Let's start by talking to the Millelith guards at the city gates, see if they have an update.
Alrighty. Everyone likes Chi-Chi. The heart of healing. Oh, Nana-chan. Oh right, this. We're not in Sumeru. LOL for Chi-Chi. Exactly.
We have to find them.
Hmm. Chi-Chi will go. Chi-Chi will find them. Chi-Chi will drag them back to Boo Boo Pharmacy. Just like Chi-Chi did for Zhao. When Chi-Chi found Zhao in the middle of nowhere, Chi-Chi decided Zhao need help, so Chi-Chi dragged Zhao back home to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get some help. Chi-Chi, do you love me?
We searched to the north, but couldn't find anyone who matched the description.
Well, that complicates things.
Wait,
The city folks say there's
Kai Lei or Kai Lei
looking further
and
afield.
Kai Shun,
But where are we gonna
are they
get the-
brothers?
Excuse me, sirs. Have you found out anything about my dad yet?
Ah, hey there, buddy.
Or
Dr. Baizhu.
am I misunderstanding that as like a sir type dealio in
Help.
Chinese?
So we're here to join the search. Any new developments
They're twins?
to update us on?
Is that correct? Is that true?
We were just discussing how we're running out of manpower.
Is that actually true, or are you memeing?
It's... I'm sorry to say that we've searched the surrounding area thoroughly, but didn't find anything.
The guards at the crossing
Kai Shun?
said they hadn't seen anyone either, so we don't believe he was heading towards the Gui.
I don't know.
But it is possible
Fair
that
enough.
he was bound for Lu Hua Pool.
What do you think? You know what? I'm gonna have a look.
The terrain there can be tricky to navigate. Let's hope he hasn't run into any trouble.
You will? Oh, great. We can't thank you enough.
Kai
Sorry we weren't
Shun?
able to find your dad, buddy.
That's okay. Thank you for trying.
Doesn't say. Some people reckon that the guy who is Kai Shun. Some people reckon that Alejandro Saba might be the voice of Kai Shun.
I'm afraid we have to stay at our posts, so we won't be able to join you in the search.
He does sound a little bit like Seno, not gonna lie. He does actually sound a little bit like Seno. A little bit. There's a bit of it. Yeah, there is a bit of that like a. There's a little bit. There's a bit of that like a soft. When he talks about like that sort of soft, in a soft tone of like a. Not like your sins be upon your soul, not like that, but like luck can swing a game. When he starts talking like that, I can actually hear that kind of luck can swing a game type dealio with that sort of grovelly voice. Why does it sound like Seno and Zhongli? Are we being racist? But yeah.
Dad, can you hear me?
Is it this schmuck?
There's somebody over there! Oh no, it's... Hey, you! Stop! Don't go any further!
He's gonna walk his ass off a cliff. Oh, he actually is gonna walk his ass off a cliff.
Watch where you're going!
Huh? Hu Tao! Whoa!
Dear cousin,
Whoa! Hu Tao!
Girl Parlor does appreciate your patronage, but
Hu Tao!
you need Well, are you alright?
I should totally play this in Chinese. I didn't realize that Hu Tao was actually in here.
Dad!
Hey, Hutao! My, who do we have here? It's the Traveler in Paimon, and...
Actually, I wonder.
my worst nightmare.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I see she still hasn't warmed.
Actually, there's no way you can play a Hu Tao Baizhu team, is there?
Doctor Who?
Because Baizhu would just heal Hu Tao. I mean,
Are you...
the shield would be
Do you
sort of
recognize me?
useful, but not strong enough, eh?
Are you?
But then you could potentially do like,
Are you?
and then you could potentially do Burgeon
Who am I?
Tao.
My name is Xiao Li.
But oh, yeah,
Chingsa Village.
yeah.
You were supposed to come to
I guess.
Harbor to see the doctor. Remember? Does that jog your memory?
Oh, my name is Jia Liang.
Yeah, I guess you could play Burgeon Tao.
See the doctor?
Fully M Burgeon Tao.
I'm Jialiang.
They are siblings? They are Wait, is that actually confirmed?
Wait.
Yeah, I figured Kai is a surname. Or Tai, I don't know. I figured Kai is a surname.
Uh-oh. He seems in really
But,
bad
like-
shape. We need to get him back to Boo Boo Pharmacy
But,
right
like,
away.
yeah, I figured they were brothers, but they didn't also,
Time.
they didn't really, I don't know.
Hold on a second. You're not.
But then again, like,
seriously
brothers in
thinking of
the,
taking him to Boo Boo
actually,
Pharmacy?
brothers in the army or brothers in the guard, brothers working together in security is not too
Problem.
surprising, actually,
Come on, Baizhu. Don't tell me you haven't noticed it.
for us in China.
Your master's
In China, well, in a lot of Chinese families,
The sense that you
when
spot
you're
them right
referring
away.
to someone, you tend to go last name, first name. It's actually the same in Japanese as well, which is why.
Use what? What are you talking about? Paimon.
So, for example, it's also the same in Japanese, which is why her name is actually not Kuki. Her name is actually Shinobu. Shinobu is actually her first name. Kuki is her surname. We call her Kuki Shinobu. Well, actually, if you were to really westernize her name is actually Shinobu Kuki. First name Shinobu, second name Kuki. She calls herself Kuki Shinobu. Everyone calls her Kuki Shinobu. But notice, in at least in the Western dubbing, in the English dubbing, Ito specifically refers to her as Shinobu, not Kuki. So every time people is like, "Oh my god, I gotta play Kuki," I mean, that's kind of also an appropriate way of recognizing or referring to her. But if you want to like say her name in on a first name basis, woo, Shinobu. Yeah, similar to Ayaka, Ayato, Miko actually, like Miko would be her first name, Yae would be her last name, hence the name of her publishing house, the Yae Publishing House, in much the same way that you would have like a legal or like a legal firm that's called Johnson, Johnson, Johnson and Johnson, run by 4 people whose last names happen to be Johnson. Not 4 people whose mothers actually decided to call them Johnson. Moving on.
There are traces of god remains in Jialiang's system.
What?
Yes, but more importantly, they're on the verge of an outburst. If that happens, the consequences will be
Or Raiden?
unthinkable. Paimon, sorry, what?
God
Well,
remains?
I think... I mean, there's Raiden A and Raiden Makoto. Makoto being like the given name, A being the given name as well, but is Raiden their family name, or is Raiden more of like their honorific place? Because I don't know, I feel like whenever I hear the name Raiden, I'm not thinking of it as like a name, I'm thinking of it as like a descriptor of a Japanese god of lightning. You know? Like, isn't there Raiden and then Fujin? Isn't that a thing? No. Raiden and no, that's not correct. Oh. God of Wind. Wait, no, that's Mortal Kombat. There's Raiden and Fujin in Mortal Kombat who are brothers. But I think that's a little bit different. Annyeonghaseyo, hey, how's it going? Anyway. I figured Raiden is either their I always figured that Raiden was just a descriptor for
Keeping them at bay.
a Japanese
It is
god
the
of
sworn
lightning.
duty of all who practice medicine to cure illnesses and save lives.
Miko calls her A or Raiden or Shogun or Raiden Shogun.
Right there in front of me.
Miko kind of just calls her all sorts. When Miko is, I feel like when Miko is talking to us and in a very formal setting, or when Miko is referring to A as like as an entire entity or like a concept, she is the Raiden Shogun or the Shogun. But when she's just chatting with us and having a good time, and even better if A happens to be there, then she'll just be like, well, you know, A's a bit of a dummy. She kind of just is what it is. But, you know, if you just save her, well, if you help her understand how people work, then maybe one day A will stop being a stubborn dumbass and actually figure her shit out. So, you know.
Besides,
Still using the $200 laptop? Nice. How's that treating you?
In particular. Perhaps out of respect for him, you could give me a day's grace so that I have time to treat him?
Now you're bringing my great uncle into this? Baizhu, just what are you planning this?
And it has a unique mouse. Is the mouse actually a mouse?
Nothing.
As in, not this, but like an actual squeaking mouse?
You are more than welcome to accompany me to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Huh? Right in Tamemon.
Oh, really?
Is the spouse of and the spouse is Yae? What?
Pharmacy. You're being unusually generous today.
Let's not let things get out of hand.
We're not going to solve anything by keeping Jialiang here. I'm happy to do it your way, but only for my great uncle's sake and the travelers, of course.
A Miko is confirmed. Oh, buddy, A Miko was confirmed pretty much since day dot.
This would have been a much more vexing ordeal.
Well, time is of the essence.
Like, I'm pretty sure there's a couple of gay couples. I'm pretty sure there's already a few gay couples in this game. Ningguang Beidou, of course, Beiguang is canon. I won't hear any word against that. A Miko is canon. I won't hear any word against that. I'm almost certain that Chongyun and Xingqiu are together.
Reduced blood flow, energy circulation. I see. I suppose this.
That's about it. I think. Oh, yes, and Kaveh and Al Haytham. They're 100% hooking up. 100%.
Can you cure him?
They're like the most married couple out of all of them.
She's a really great doctor.
So I'm pretty certain. Like that's all but confirmed at this point. The reason why they're not going to confirm it is because China is still very anti-gay. Like compared to the Western world, China is exceptionally anti-gay. So naturally, they're not going to confirm that shit.
I was still little.
So
but we know.
Time indeed.
We know. My friend was a Chongyun main and I was a Xingqiu main. Oh. I'm not entirely sure.
No.
I'm not entirely sure how to feel, how you should feel about that, but
Come
okay.
and see me again tomorrow morning. I promise that by then, IU will find his father healthy and lucid again.
Thank you, Dr. Baizhu. Thank you so much.
If you still
Yeah, Chongyun and Xingqiu are 100% married.
Please feel free to hang around for
True and real.
you wish.
However, it would be best if you step outside this room.
Wireless mouse's power requires an AA battery to function. Oh, that's like this mouse that I'm using right now. It's wireless and needs an AA battery. Shenhe?
Yes.
What about Shenhe?
Of course, absolutely. I'll just go and look at the flowers or something. But I will be back in an instant at the first sign that something's amiss.
We'll be heading out as well?
See you tomorrow,
Okay.
Baizhu and Changcheng.
Bye for now, everyone.
Oh, thanks.
Are you ready, Baizhu?
Ready as I'll ever be. I'm used to it by now. Come on, let's get started.
Hey! What are you gonna do, Baizhu?
Well, huh?
That was a surprisingly fast quest.
I was kind of curious after hearing Baizhu mention those people from his past. What do you think they were like?
Who is right in May? Oh, Honkai. Different game. Different universe.
Be curious too,
Same idea.
Right? Let's go see what we can find out while Baiju's busy treating IU's dad.
Oh, hello, Baizhu. Oh, that's right. Oh no! Didn't I say I was going to change it to Chinese? Never mind.
While I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked docs doing surgery. Hello, you busy bees, and what do you have?
She looks happier in Honkai.
Funeral director today.
Doesn't she die? Everyone dies in Honkai.
Actually, don't tell me. Let me guess. From the looks on your faces,
I actually have no idea.
got some questions for me. Guilty as charged. So,
My only issue with the laptop is that
curious about Baiju's
the webcam camera quality. Oh,
Oh, and also
I think I have some very, very old videos on my channel where I was using a laptop, my Alienware M14X laptop, laptop's webcam. Yeah, laptop webcams are usually pretty shit. One shot funeral first. Oh yeah, true.
Well, it is a dusty old tale by this point. Long story short, in the ancient world, dead gods were acting up. So our ancestors started purifying the air and burning the bodies of the deceased to guard the border between.
Oh yeah, I remember reading about, not reading, I remember hearing about this from like Chill with Aster, I think.
The wrath of the gods anymore.
The relationship between Hu Tao and
Know-how is still passed down to each
and Baizhu.
generation. So we can identify God's remains when we see them.
Anyway, I think Hu Tao's about to explain the whole thing.
Paimon gets it now. Wait, so how did Baizhu learn to spot them? Almost certainly from his master, who was also my great-uncle. Baiju's master was my grandpa's younger brother, a former deputy director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Yeah.
Wow, fancy that! Huh.
Yeah, they basically learned from the same person, and then they decided to divert into like polar opposite ways of dealing with people who are on the verge of death.
Once went traveling together when they were young. They ended up at Chenyu Vale, where they met a pharmacist.
Where Baizhu decides to try and save them.
Some sort of spell on my
Hu Tao gives them a voucher for coffins.
He suddenly announced he wanted
30% off.
the family business and go practice medicine instead. My grandpa had a huge argument with him, but he couldn't convince him to stay. So my grandpa inherited the funeral parlor, while my great-uncle stayed in Chenyu Vale to practice medicine. They never spoke to each other again.
Oh.
Funeral director to doctor is a pretty big career change. Kinda hard to imagine. But why did it drive a wedge between them for the rest of their lives? That seems a bit extreme.
Reconcile differences are a thing, Paimon, it just happens.
Doctor, there would have been no issue. After all, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor wasn't unlike a regular doctor's clinic in the early days. But according to my grandpa, the pharmacist they met had a very ominous aura about him. And on top of that, the kind of medicine practiced in the Chenyu Vale tradition goes against the natural order of things.
What, saves people who should be dying?
My grandpa didn't know the specifics.
Is this like in Harry Potter, how like
He'd never tell me anything.
death was cheated 3 times?
Even that says
Or rather,
to me that
death
he
was
definitely
getting ready to collect
died.
three souls of the 3 brothers, but they magicked up a bridge, so he felt cheated. And so the natural order was kind of a little bit scuffed at that moment because they magicked up a bridge.
Anyway, so I will be sticking around here for now to keep a close eye on the situation. Maybe tomorrow I'll finally figure out what he's up to.
Oh!
After all,
There's a photo spot right there. Thanks for showing me, Hu Tao. I didn't even notice.
never mind. We'll just have to ask Baizhu himself.
Oh god, how do I get up there? I haven't heard Leo music properly in a while. God, how do I scale up Boo Boo Pharmacy? I don't think I can. Inside? No, I don't think there's a way to scale it from the inside. No, these buildings are usually like just blocks in the end. You can't really scale anything from the inside. You'd have to go out and around and about. Oops. Oh. Jesus Christ, Baizhu. Chill. Albedo? Well, Zhongli at that point, but yeah. Wanderer? Kaz? Yeah, we have a few options. Oh, there's also the thing that you can make. Oh god, how do I... Oh god, damn, I can't... Okay, there's another thing. Venti? Yeah. If you have him. Obviously, I don't have him. There is, this thing, the Wind Catcher. That was a very annoying place to position a freaking thing, but okay. Alright. You know what? I'm not going to put this in Chinese. As much as I would like to listen to Hu Tao in Chinese, because I think her Chinese voice actor really nailed it with the acting part of voice acting. I can't really pay attention to another language and chat at the same time. Her song in Chinese is like, yeah, her song in Chinese is great. Ah, chu chu bi yao a chu chu jiao, sang chu chu chai yao shi chu chu ow. You know, it's cool stuff.
Dad!
You okay?
Are you?
Dad, you remember me!
Is Ayu a Chinese name? It doesn't seem like it.
Remember now.
I mean, I've never heard of any Chinese person even remotely by the name of Ayu. At least Jialiang.
Sick.
Jialiang is a Chinese sounding name.
Been gone for a while, hasn't she?
Ayu
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers
could
Guild
be
to help
Eastern
us look
European
her.
for all I know.
And Dr. Baizhu's gonna help too. Right now, all you need to do is concentrate on getting better.
Great. That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr.
Are you? Oh, I guess.
My
And a Japanese one? Oh yeah, it could very well be a
It's the
Japanese
least
one,
I can
true.
do to honor my late master's dying wish. If anything, I should be apologizing to you.
Korean people have a name Ayu?
Time to
Oh,
visit in
okay.
all these years.
We don't exactly have a Korean-inspired nation, I think, in
It's
Genshin.
only because
Which is odd. Because, like, we have, obviously, like, we have a Celtic,
What was
so
her reason
by
again?
extension English, to some extent, inspired nation.
You're still
in
the early
Mondstadt.
stages of recovery.
We have a
You'll need to take it
Chinese
easy for a
inspired
while.
nation in Liyue.
Take it
We
slow
have
and
a
try not
Japanese
to
inspired
overextend
nation, obviously, in Inazuma. But we don't have a really a Korean one. And Fontaine is going to be French. Natlan is most likely some form of South American.
Reservations
Fontaine?
about
French.
Jialiang's condition.
Yeah, Fontaine's going to be French.
The evil presence
Uh,
is gone after all.
Like, you can freaking tell. Like, some of the characters are freaking Linny and Lynette.
But how did you accomplish this in a
Like,
single night?
a lot of characters from Fontaine have
That
French
would be
names.
trade secret,
Frickin'
I'm afraid.
Legoff.
Gives you any
Legoff.
concern, you may
That's a
continue to
French name, if
monitor
anything.
Jialiang for as long as you wish.
And the Hydro Archon. Fossilor. Fossilor is the demon name. We don't know what her actual. We don't know what her common name is yet.
In the meantime,
Oh, come on.
Could be Nouvelette.
I'm not that
Nouvelette. I think that might be her name. Unless Nouvelette is actually a different person. But I think Nouvelette is supposed to be the Hydro Archon's name. The Hydro Archon's demon name is Fossilors. So the name from Asgorisha.
Too long. Baizhu, take me outside for some air, or I'm going to suffocate.
yes, of course. Everyone, please excuse Chiang.
Maybe when the Cryo Archon comes, it might be Korean. Nah, Sneznaya is Russian. Sneznaya by itself is already a Russian name. In fact, Shesnaya.
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a brave face and ignoring it? If it weren't for my quick thinking, they'd have all seen the sorry state you're in by now.
In fact, Shesnaya is actually the name of a river in Russia. Shesnaya is 100% a Russian-themed nation. Pyro Archon, maybe when the Pyro, but the Pyro Archon, not the Pyro Archon, but like the rumors currently is that the nation of Pyro, Natlan, which I think just the name Natlan alone might be enough of a convincing argument to say that it's supposed to be like South American themed. I hear it's supposed to be like Mayan Aztec themed, potentially. Yeah, is it not? The Pyro one is... No, the Pyro one is not French. The Pyro one is allegedly going to be South American.
But in any case, why must you keep this a secret from everybody? You should at least share your secret with one person you trust.
Who's there?
It's us. It's me, Kategari.
Why did you follow us here?
Where did Jansen come from? Jansen? Oh crap, who's that again? Oh, Jansen is from Nutland. Do we actually know anything about her? Her? Oh yeah, her. True. So, from the Genshin wiki, Jansen's name may have been a reference to the Orisha... Oh, bloody hell. Oya? Also known as Oya Ianshen An Yansa, or Jansen, a deity in Yoruba mythology as well as Afro-Latin American traditional religions such as Candomblé or Santeria. She is a warrior goddess who governs fire, storms, lightnings, hurricanes, death, and rebirth. South American. The main thing is South American. He looks like baby Seno. Well, apparently she... You're getting all your genders wrong today. Baiju's a guy. Jensen's a girl, apparently.
Oh, it's nothing. I just needed to get some air.
Oh boy.
What did I just say about putting on a brave face? Traveler, Paimon, the truth is, Baizhu did not cure Jialiang's illness.
Uh-huh.
Instead, he transferred some of his own life force to his patient to temporarily subdue the poison in his system.
What? What? Wait. So he's literally doing... What? He's doing the Alexstrasza method? He's doing the Alexstrasza method of healing in Heroes of the Storm? Damn.
Baizhu, can you please explain all of this?
My predecessors in medicine forged a contract with Changsheng.
What?
Every successor to this contract is able to use Changsheng's secret art to treat patients. I believe the irregularities with Jialiang's heart meridian were likely caused by a poison concocted using god remains as a key ingredient. The poison has not been purged from Jialiang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life force, using Changsheng as the delivery medium. This will suppress the poison's effects for a limited time.
Changsheng? You can do that? Huh. Paimon always thought you were just Baiju's strange choice of a necklace. Hey, I'll have you know that I commanded the respect of even the Adepti back in Chenyu Vale. If anything, he is my mannequin. I was treating patients with Baiju's master's master long before he ever set eyes on his first medical text.
Huh.
Guess you shouldn't judge a snake by its skin.
It never occurred to me that the snake is 3,000 years old. Or, you know, something like that. Are you Daijobu?
Wait a sec. Huto was saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious methods. So, when you transfer your life force, does that mean you're actually
She might be a god?
gauging your own
Yep,
life?
maybe. I mean, if she's been around since the Adepti, she must be like an Adepti of some... She's probably Adeptus in some way, shape, or form.
Great harm done.
Still, Baiju's life force is not unlimited. We must find a way to neutralize the poison in Jialiang's body. And soon. Travel.
Yeah, usually if something can survive... Usually if something is as old as an Adeptus,
He needs
probably
to
is an
protect
Adeptus.
me, or he'll exhaust himself.
Lend this
trying to
dummy a
accomplish
hand.
Everything on his own.
Hara hara. Is the unknown god like Geo or Light? What? I think the unknown god is not going to be a Geo god. No shot. It's entirely possible that we're going to have like a new element at some point. It's going to be called Light. Like I could see that happening someday.
Baiju,
In Asian games, light is often a light, and also darkness is often an element.
you cannot expect to hide this from everyone for your entire life.
Metal is often an element as well. We kind of already have that in the form of Geo, so we can let that slide. There was a game called Destiny of Spirits, which I think can be like a good indicator of what elements can be. There was fire, water, earth, grass. There was fire, water, earth, nature, metal. There was earth and metal though, so that's kind of a little bit different. Fire, water, fire, water, earth, metal, nature, wind. Was wind one? No, wind was not one. Fire, water, ice. No, fire, water, earth, metal. Oh no, that's right, that was it. It was five normal ones, and then we also had light and darkness. So generally, I think what's going to end up happening is light and darkness might end up being a new element. I could totally see that happening.
Entire life.
I mean, we also have lightning, so that's a little bit different. The Traveler actually had a, well, not vision, but it looked like light. Well, and they had wings and a weapon. They had a jetpack, if anything. And a sword. A special sword. I think it's the same sword that the Abyss Traveler has.
Thank you, Traveler and Paimon.
I think the Abyss Sibylle has the same sword, but I don't know.
Paimon
Anyway.
doesn't think we've seen this.
That's
side
like
of you.
2027.
Seven?
No. By the time when Natlan comes out, it's gonna be 2025. No, Fontaine's gonna come out in 2023 this year. Fontaine's coming out this year. Natlan's coming out in 2024. Shin's Nine's coming out 2025, unless the schedule changes. So what we're talking about is like literally going to be like 2025 nonsense, I reckon. We'll see. Might come out free. Oh, it will definitely come out free, and I think what's going to end up happening is it's gonna be like when Dendro came out. We'll first be introduced to the new element, light, darkness. I don't know. There's going to be a whole hype train all around it. And then the first major event that comes out with whatever new region is the region of light. Woo! Celestia. You'll get a 4-star character for free. Basically like Kole. That 4-star character is not going to be particularly strong, but is going to be like a very free, very available 4-star light character. Woo! You know. That kind of thing.
The poison in Jialiang's system must have accumulated over a prolonged period. I think I should pay a visit to their family home and look for clues as to how he might have been
Or
exposed to it.
They're not gonna release a free character as strong as Xiangling. I think they're kind of scared of doing that now.
You this morning before
Or Faruzan? No. The first event
west of Qingsa village.
of the entire patch cycle, of the entire like region's patch
As
cycle.
well as investigating Jia Liang's exposure.
Xiangling is a free character.
We should
Photozone is
also
currently a
check
free
Kai
character,
Yu's missing mother,
but is not going to be.
my fellow
I'm talking about like
Jiang Li.
the collay. I'm talking about the collay of the light element. You know? Yeah, exactly. The collay of the light element. She was first... Like, we first learn about her. Then we meet her in the story quest. And then we could also get her for free during that event at the start. You can't get her for free now, I think. Oh no, you can! Oh, and then she's gonna be available for free from Spiral Abyss. So, So if you start playing when Celestia drops, and you manage to get all the way to the... Oh no, you might be able to just like quick skip all the way to starting the light quest. That particular event. If that's the case, then like, you'll meet that new character. Oh, can you imagine if they do a Deviri Paradox type dealio? Where it's like, you can start off in Celestia, or you can start off in... You can start the game in Celestia, or you start the game in Mondstadt. If you start the game in Mondstadt, then you go through all of the things that happen in Mondstadt. Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma, rah 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 rah. Or, you start the game in Celestia, you figure out what's going on in Celestia, but you're playing as the Abyss brother. If they pull a Deviri, then I think all the Warframe players will be like, bro, we did this first.
Whoa! There's a house all the way out here?
Did you actually know Kaya's grandfather got a sword from Celestia, which is probably the Traveler's weapon? Oh yeah, I don't quite remember about Kaya. I don't quite remember what happened with Kaya's grandpa. I don't really keep up with Kaya's story.
Jiang Li was
It's probably going to end up being very important, and if that's the case, then I'll watch a summary of it, but...
We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us more about Jiang Li? You said she was your fellow disciple, right?
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale. She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me. As a result, the time I spent studying alongside her was rather short.
Supposedly,
Kaya is a lord,
she
especially
met
like
Ergadver
with
sometime
Diluc.
during her travels,
Yeah.
and decided to
Yeah.
settle down with him. That must have been Jialiang. Wait, Changxiang, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu before all of this?
Jiang
Apparently
Li
not.
did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason, she hardly ever talked about
Wait.
her family.
Chenyu
She
Vale.
visited us.
Is that the new area that is allegedly coming in a
Never heard
patch
from her
sometime
after that.
soon?
It almost seemed as if she
Allegedly?
was hiding.
Quarrel? What happened?
Because I remember that Liyue was supposed to get an... I remember hearing that Liyue is allegedly getting an expansion again.
Nor did
Not again,
Master
but...
ever
Yes,
explain
again,
to
actually.
me.
I hear that Liyue is supposed to be getting an
Say
expansion
is
soon.
that should I ever
Possibly
encounter
with...
Jiang Li or
Possibly
her family
during the
in
Fontaine arc.
future, I should do everything
Liyue is
I
allegedly
can
getting an
to help
expansion.
them.
Oh, so that's what
Is that Chenyu Vale?
extreme lengths to help Jialiang.
Is that where we're going to end up going?
No.
Or are we going
My
somewhere
master had
else?
never said anything. It would still be my duty as a doctor to help him. My decision would have remained the
Because I
same.
think we're supposed to be seeing Dorman's Port,
Paimon never
Dorman
knew you
Port or
were
some
so
shit like that
helpful,
soon.
Baizhu. Paimon always had
Like
you
very,
covered
very
with
soon?
the Sneaky, scummy
3.8
type.
soon? Sorry, 3.8? 3.8 soon? I don't remember.
So a few words from me is enough to dispel
The
all
rumors are all over the
suspicions?
place with this kind of stuff, I think.
You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard,
That being said, though, sometimes you hear a rumor that is just sounds completely outrageous,
agenda.
and then it's a thing.
Okay, that was the most suspicious
For example,
thing you've ever
I really did not believe any of the leakers when they were like, oh yeah, by the way, 3.2, there's gonna be a Nahida Yoimiya banner.
Jiang Li has
I'm like,
lived in this
what?
house for many
That makes
years.
no sense.
There must be something here that can shed a little
I'm
light
feeling
on
the same
this.
again when they're saying, oh yeah, we're gonna get Yoimiya story quest part 2.
Anyone finds anything?
The first ever featured 5-star who's not an Archon getting a part 2 story quest. I'm like, hey, that doesn't sound even remotely right. Watch me end up And then we're gonna be playing the Yoimiya Story Quest Part 2. And I'll be sitting here completely flabbergasted thinking, damn. Even Venti hasn't had a Part 2 to his story quest. Nobody else has ever had a Part 2 to their story quest, with the very notable exception of Archons. Because Archons used their Part 2, well, specifically Zhongli A and Nahida, used their Part 2 to introduce the new weekly boss. Yeah, meanwhile, Tone Deaf Bard hasn't even had a Part 2. So... who the bloody hell knows, man?
Traveler, Paimon, come quick! What is this?
Looks like death.
Chung Shung and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
Huh. You sense it too? You're right. This is a poison concocted using god remains.
What god remains are there to even use it?
Breathing? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison in this bottle is alive.
Heh.
Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances.
Huh.
It's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with. Then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor
Dane's Thief's gonna be
loads,
playable?
offshoots.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Dane's Thief's gonna be playable.
So, the main body is somewhere else?
Correct.
His vision, he might not even have a vision.
Administering the poison.
He might be visionless, for all we know.
Indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poison
After all,
individual will hear to a variation
He's from Conria.
the call of the source.
They actively did not believe in the gods.
Wait.
Hey Ramos, how's it going?
When Jialiang ran off,
You know, they actively did not believe in the gods.
explains where he was heading.
So the idea that Dainsleif would have a vision, i.e. have his stuff have his power recognized by the gods, it's entirely possible he might be visionless.
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient, the mother lode.
Genshin or Honkai Star Rail?
Getting
Genshin.
crazier and crazier.
I don't want to play Honkai.
Who would do all this just to poison Jialiang?
I just don't.
Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden? Since this poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment, the one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house. You mean
Uh-huh.
Yang? Why would he poison himself?
Why would he do
A
that?
little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives here, and who might have expertise in crafting drugs.
His wife?
So you're saying it was Jiang Li? Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she poison her own husband?
Because she's cheating on his ass.
It makes little sense. Jiang Li does not strike me as the kind of person who would do such a thing.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct a poison from god remains?
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jialiang about it once he has made more progress in his recovery.
How are we going to neutralize the poison?
According to the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases, the minor loads will disappear if the mother
She wants
lode
Bacchus
is
instead of
purged.
hungry hacks.
So if we can find
Well, in
and
that case,
destroy
that
the
bitch needs
source
to
of these
die.
god remains, the poison will leave Jialiang's system without the need for any further treatment. Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
I've only heard. Wait, what rumors have we heard about god remains in Qingsa village?
Even the history books have no record of this.
Maybe Yoimiya would be a great idea for me to pull, or Kazuha.
Who have been hanging around
I mean,
since the
if you
beginning of
want to play Yoimiya, you should go for her. Yeah, absolutely.
used to be on good
If you want to, like, Kaz is generally speaking a good idea. on a much more, like on a general sense, people tend to go for Kazuha first because he's just
Changsheng's
great with
memories and powers are
a
not
lot
what
of
they were
people
in her prime.
in a lot of teams.
These days,
Yoimiya is a bit more of a
Enter
specialized
contract with a mortal and share
character,
their life force just to
but she does a
sustain
lot of
her own
damage and she
life.
hits pretty hard, so you know,
I
she's
fear
great
that
too.
such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
Whoa, what? Enter a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon.
What? Entering a contract is normal.
If people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like me. With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like with no risk of upsetting your stomach.
Wow.
Stronger and healthier? Wow, that's amazing!
Welcome back, Cherry.
Baizhu, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for a few days.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear that I will be unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
Damn.
Temperament? Hey! What are you trying to say? Did you just subtly insult Paimon to her face?
Baizhu has a weak constitution. Didn't his master pass away at an early age?
Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baizhu, you're Mannequin Man! Changsheng, you're just a pain in the neck!
When is Yola gonna get a rerun?
Exactly what I want her temperament.
That's the neat thing, she won't.
Powerfully unsuited to being my host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel from the Adepti about this?
We're friends with Adepti?
Sure they are?
Oh,
We're up to them.
wait. Are we going to call Xiao?
Their faces.
Jesus Christ, man. This is the most involved character story quest I think that we've had in a long time. Like, yeah, A's second story quest also involved Miko, but damn, Baizhu's story quest has already involved Chi-Chi, Hu Tao. We're about to call Xiao? Hell, we might as well bring Zhongli into this.
What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We are truly fortunate to have you on our side.
Oh. If you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
Yo, Xiao, get your ass over here, boy. Xiao! Oh, there you are.
Hold.
Hey, hey, hey.
Gets Paimon every time. Are all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Yes.
Baizhu of Boo Boo Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before.
Yeah, when Chi-Chi dragged your ass over.
We met briefly. I was unaware of your true identity.
Yes, true.
I must apologize for the discourtesy.
That's right, when Chi-Chi dragged Xiao all the way up those stairs, all the way from the forest.
Huh? You two already know each other?
Yes.
Our paths have crossed once before.
You do not need to friggin' teleport everywhere.
I sense the
Gonna
presence
go for C6 Xiao. Okay, Zionix, chill. I actually want to ask you about the dead gods. Yes.
So someone has been concocting demonic poison.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable.
Lamentable!
What you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations.
They know what they're doing. Hoyo knows what they're doing. It is truly lamentable. Boring. It is useless.
A vile monster known as the Che.
Have you watched Paluma? Oh, yeah, of course I have.
It was subdued by Rex.
Who hasn't watched that? That was an incredible
When
performance.
Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness
to seal the serpent's remains. Jinxa village was founded some time after that. The seal is still
It is a
mostly
very
intact.
lamentable. Yes,
If the
exactly.
gem is the source, then
Very
it must be
lamentable,
blood
boring,
from
and
deep
useless.
ground. However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak.
Wait.
I
Okay.
do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary.
I remember by saying, bro, saying lament for Xiao. You will always lament
Spiral out of control.
until you get Xiao.
If that happens, be sure to call my name again.
Roger that.
Nothing.
What?
I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not
I
be
think
the
Xiao knows.
it to be.
I think Xiao knows about Baizhu. Not Baizhu. I think Xiao knows about
Farewell.
Changshan. Poof.
What a strange adeptus. Rather different from the way I remember them. That's Xiao for ya! And thanks to him,
Yeah, that's Xiao for you.
concrete
He's a bit of a nutcase.
If the
Not gonna lie, he's a bit of a nutcase.
Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb gathering trips. If we can find the cave...
It's probably
Master!
the chasm, surely.
Gwei? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath and tell me everything.
It's Jiaoliang.
What? He's turned into a demon.
Fine 1 minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Already? How? Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at least.
It seems that my worst fears have been confirmed. Everyone,
Hara.
Boo Pharmacy now.
Paimon is technically emergency food, but after eating her, you'd be what, dead? Because she's like made entirely out of poison. After all, she's a toxic bitch. No, I'm kidding. What? Gigi, what are you doing?
What's wrong? Dad?
He's about to have a child.
Dr. Baizhu will be back soon.
He's giving birth.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baizhu, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood. Now he can't even get a full word out anymore.
Ay, ay, ay.
He left. He was still conscious. But now...
Gui, please take Jialiang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Even Chi-Chi knows, and Chi-Chi doesn't even remember.
He's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he? Is there really no other way to save Jialiang? Oh, please don't worry. Dr. Baizhu will find a way.
But...
Trust in Chi-Chi. Trust in Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi, strongest healer in the game, maybe. But people don't want to play Chi-Chi. Because Chi-Chi is a healer who doesn't necessarily do a lot of damage. Well, until Clam came out. That's why everyone beams Chi-Chi. But Chi-Chi's just trying to be a good girl. And Chi-Chi will heal you 24/7.
You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual.
Huh.
Wait, where's Dr. Baizhu? I still haven't had a chance to
Yeah,
thank
Chi
him.
is very nice.
Seems he moved me here before I came to.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
He's about to die.
Oh, really? Well, he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights.
Maybe
in a row.
Chi is tending to Baizhu right now.
I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life.
Yeah, is it RIP time?
With Jiang Li once we find her. Speaking of which, has there been any word of her whereabouts yet?
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again in a bit.
I'll come with.
Dude, just sit
Forget what
down.
Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now. I can accompany IU to the Adventurers Guild.
He's gonna throw up again.
I'll have to rely on you this time.
I'm not that far into the game yet, chill. I don't even have Chi-Chi yet.
This means I can thank Dr. Baizhu.
It's not easy to get Chi-Chi, okay? I'm gonna tell you this right now. Everyone memes that like, oh my god, I can't believe I have C485 Chi-Chi. No, that's not the case. Here's the thing. I didn't get Chi-Chi for 2 years straight. I did not get Chi-Chi for 2 years straight, okay? So, it's RNG again, all over again, except it's Wish RNG. You could end up getting Chi-Chi really early, or you could be like me and not get Chi-Chi for 2 years.
Huh? Hey, wait up!
Huh? Where are we running off to? Like, people are like, oh no, I can't believe I lost my 50-50 to Chi-Chi. I didn't lose my 50-50 to Chi-Chi for a long time.
Huh?
You're finally awake? That was far too risky. Even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something. Jiang Li's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a catch.
So, how much longer do you think Baizhu's gonna nap for? They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep. Shall we at least go and show our faces?
All right.
Hello, Dr. Baizhu.
Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have just... Who's talking behind our backs again? Ah! Baizhu! Changsheng!
I'm sure Changshan's fine.
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force.
A rather large amount.
But with Changsheng's help,
Alright,
I will
catch you around next time, Ace.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis. Jialiang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment.
Oh crap,
And
what is it?
As a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
What? You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is there precisely because it is being
Oh.
used to manage his
I
underlying
actually missed that
mental
one.
condition.
See ya, Rose.
Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of
Oh
his
god, he's
heart.
also got a heart condition.
Untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood and fainting, and in the longer term, causes irreversible damage to the internal organs.
Ah, yeah.
Created from God remains, this formula is not a poison in Jialiang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
Waha.
Taken it all these years. He likely would have died a long time ago.
Oh. Okay. Huh.
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution. As time passed, and the poison accumulated in his system,
So his wife is basically pulling out all stops to try and sort out this heart condition
the longer he
to the point of
relied upon
using
this medicine,
what is
the more
effectively a
resistant his
poison.
body became to it. Jiang Li had to concoct ever greater quantities to ensure its continued efficacy.
Oh, and his body got
Or he
resistant.
could have
Oh, his
still
body built up
perished
resistance, which is no good.
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse. And why his mom went off to gather.
I swear his mom is in the chasm right now.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural defense against them. I shudder to think how many times Jiang Li has exposed herself to them. I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save Jia Liang's life, Jiang Li has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
I never suspected that even Jiang Li would turn to the same path as so many others over the years. Perhaps this is the inevitable course of fate. To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible. Whatever the cost may be.
Well, I think that it's too early to say with any certainty what fate has in mind. In any case, I have stabilized Jia Liang's condition for now, so our immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to Qingsa village and find out where Jiang Li is.
I swear she's in the chasm.
Regular exposure to God remains over such a
Like, where else
period
where else could
would
she be?
catastrophic for her health. And given that she's already been missing for several days,
Oh, is this Jiang Liang?
I
Is this
fear
Jiang
the
Liang?
worst.
This is Jia Liang. Jesus Christ.
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baizhu.
Yeah, your wife's in the chasm, dude. We should go and get her right now, because we can handle that stuff.
It's Jiao Liang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything already.
Dr. Baizhu, please let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiang Li's sake.
Okay.
After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way.
Wait, you know where she is?
I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now.
Right here, right now.
Get everything again.
Okay. Alright, where are we going
It
then?
will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it. Are you sure you're prepared for that?
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue. So why should I fear it? There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Very
Hu Tao!
Then follow me.
You better get that coffin ready. I think he's about to croak. Nana-chan?
Dr. Baizhu, are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen, and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Dr. Baizhu, do you mean...
Hop to it now, and remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Okay.
Orders given. Orders received. Chi-Chi is going to produce the thing now.
Everyone, please be careful.
Okay, Chi-Chi. We will be careful. Utao, are you still hanging around the back? Hore? Hore? Okay. Wait, what? West of Chingsa Village. Oh, to the same spot. Oh, to her, to the house. Whoa.
That strange feeling is back.
The feeling of wanting to throw up?
It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
Well, lean into it, I guess.
Mother Road's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or because the leakage of Che blood is growing more severe?
Ugh.
Jiang, can you sense which direction the source is in?
I think it's this way.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Let's go.
I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way. This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
Ah, a domain.
Inauspicious.
Well, that's
presence
just
here.
not sus at all. Here we go.
Sense it.
I think I remember this place.
You stay outside. We're gonna go into this domain.
Are you okay? Maybe you should rest here while we continue the search.
No, I have to keep going. Jiangli is still waiting for me. Then let's hurry.
Okay, let's go. I get the feeling we're gonna get a trial Baizhu. If we're gonna get a trial Baizhu, then I will swap with Yaoya.
I'll take good care of everyone.
We're gonna get a trial Baizhu, so... so I can run like... Nilu Candace triple Dendro.
This place gives Paimon the creeps. Who knows what we're gonna find?
Oh, it's gonna be disgusting.
The digging marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel. A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these parts before. Maybe it was the treasure hoarders that dug this tunnel.
Could be.
Judging by the tools they left behind, it's certainly a possibility. But why did they abandon this place?
An evil laugh
without
indeed,
stopping to
yes.
Pack up their tools.
I remember now. She took me here once and told me that she'd found a way to save me in this cave.
Ha!
She said that the method would cause me to, curses. Why can't I remember what she said?
Easy, Jialiang.
This is starting to sound like Ashtahar, not gonna lie. We're not super close to Ashtahar, but... I'm starting to feel like this is Ashtahar.
Everyone hold hands.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Grant us your blessing.
I see everything.
Oh, is this C? Oh, right, C3 Baizhu, yes. I forget, this is C3 Baizhu because our trial Baizhu.
Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
Burn marks inside are still fresh. This wasn't left behind by treasure hoarders?
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster repelling incense.
A monster repelling incense? You sure? Cause we did run into that.
I mean, Hilichos are not technically monsters, they're
The incense
Conrians.
several days ago. If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper inside the cave.
Yes.
No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their design.
And it turns out to be Ashtaha.
After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
That would be one hell of a way to sell Baizhu.
It belongs to Jiang Li.
Surprise Ashtaha.
This was the place.
Because one of the things about Ashtaha's mechanics is that, like, if you have a shield, you can nullify his mechanics.
I told Jiang Li to give me the poison.
Baizhu happens to have a shield. And more importantly, he has a shield that pops up relatively quickly.
I'm fine.
We'll see what happens.
Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us, waiting for me.
Oh, she dead now. Nah, I'm calling it she dead. She dead. Ayu's about to become a... Ayu's about to become a super orphan. Like, there's orphan, and then there's what Ayu's about to be, which is like Omega level orphan.
I can feel it. We're getting close.
What?
Almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Changshan, don't go saying things like that, man. That's just weird.
Aha! We can keep going now.
Well, that was easy.
Looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Okay, let's push it this way. Alright, this way. Okay.
Positions.
Mind the side effects. Seems like an emergency.
Hear my prayer.
Everyone okay?
A bitter pill to swallow.
Thank you. There is this darkness going on here, which kind of makes me feel like this is the chasm. Like this is really giving me chasm vibes. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, it was Candace's birthday not too long ago. Happy birthday, Candace. What? How come I can't activate it? Oh. Oh, I see how this works. It's like a conduit. It's like a relay. Yeah, there we go. Hey. A Bishop! So that's what we're going up against.
Jiangli!
There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Let's go! Got him.
Dr. Baizhu, how serious is it? Is she...
Oh, she dead
Still
now.
a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are
Thank you.
encroaching on
Yeah.
cognition.
I love Nilo
Much
teams.
as
They
the
are
poison in
fantastic
your
damage.
system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Then, what are we
Oh,
waiting
yeah.
for? Let's destroy the remains right away! It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baizhu said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here. If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect.
Hmm.
And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working...
So basically, he's gonna be dying.
No.
He's gonna be dying one way or another.
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
Oh.
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait!
Hmm.
But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life! After all that, we can't just give up on him!
Okay.
Baizhu, you're a great doctor! Surely you gotta know of some other way we can save him, right?
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiangli, maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you,
Hiya.
right up until the moment when she lost consciousness.
Takala.
Maybe it's
No,
the
no, no,
greatest
wait,
wish
Takala.
that you will continue to take it
What's wrong with stream gun?
and live.
Dr. Baizhu, give it to me straight. How long does Jiangli have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art,
A secret art? Oh no, come on.
But what would be the point of that? Dr. Baizhu, I'm all too aware of the dangers of god remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this
Let's now.
wretched substance, not only would Jiangli have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family. I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see IU grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis. If my choice can bring Jiangli back, then even if I die...
Jialiang.
After cheating death for so long, it seems I've grown somewhat addicted to life. Traveler, Dr. Baizhu, could I have another minute with my wife? I just want to have one final moment together. Just a moment. That's all.
of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that I won't be able to repay your kindness in this life.
Jialiang, Baizhu, Changsheng, is there really nothing else you can do?
I am sure that over the years, Jiangli will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out. If it were so easy to combat the
Wait, what
natural
moved? What moved?
processes of aging and death, Jiangli would not have had to resort to unnatural methods. What a crazy situation. Jiang Li risked it all to save Jia Liang's life. And now, Jia Liang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiang Li. What's the point of it all?
Let's bear
I've
witness.
seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
In the human realm,
Oh, the chair.
things must
Probably
come
was
to
the
an
wind.
end. Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy cause? At least, that's what generations of masters before you have always believed.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others, I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go. If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. And he even got the Adventurers Guild to search for you. So, I know that you'll both be okay without me. I've said my goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
As you wish.
Okay, here we go. Alright. Looks like he's about to die.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
Oh. So even she knew that this was not necessarily a good idea.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch Ayu grow up.
Yeah, so that didn't happen.
Mom, something's really wrong with Dad.
Oh, his memories are flooding back in.
Don't fret, Ayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you, nothing will happen to our family.
Okay.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live, the tighter we cling to what we have. Oh, how I would love to hear your voice one last time.
Jialiang! 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 Jialiang!
Wait, what?
Dad, are you awake?
He's okay.
Jiangli, are you? Didn't I... Huh? What are these?
Hey?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel strange or different in any
Are these
way?
talismans?
So, could you describe it to me in
Yeah, the talismans.
Dr. Baizhu,
Chi-Chi? Yeah.
I thought that I was going to...
Did he get a freaking... Did he get like the full Chi-Chi ult?
Did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
Oh, he got Chi-Chi-fied!
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. With its help, you have been suspended in the space between life and death.
Oh, no way!
Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to extend your life indefinitely. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, I'm as interested as you to find out.
Oh,
However long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope that Director Hu finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on something like that behind my back.
It's a work
Alright,
in progress.
catch you next time,
that
Ace.
hardly lives up to
Thanks for joining.
and it would have had no effect were it not for Jialiang's iron will. In the end,
Oh yeah, oh
I'm
yeah.
merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principles governing life and death and the perpetual cycle of yin and yang. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them. And even this would have counted for nothing without Director Hu's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jia Liang to show us the way before we set off for Qingsa village?
Oops. And I'm busted.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Doctor Who nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiang Li in time.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with me for once, but apparently not.
Director Hu told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baiju's attention.
Never underestimate a serpent's sense
Hola,
of
Sarah.
smell.
All I wanted was to help Jia Liang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any unfulfilled wishes making the journey more difficult.
Okay, let's just give it a sec. And we're back. Sweet. We're back.
One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming,
Nana-chan.
Wang Sheng funeral parlor the moment I found him. You stay away from my dad. When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baizhu, and cure Dad for good.
Nah, Dad's halfway through. Dad's halfway dead now, mate. Can't cure that.
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wang Sheng funeral parlor out of business. If you're serious about it, you'll have your work cut out for you. Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is she finally gone?
Oh, Chi-Chi.
All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion.
Food.
At times like this, a grand celebratory feast is in order.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Zhongli and Ayu around the dinner table.
It's been a while. Let's do it.
Yay! Paimon can't wait! Alright, first things first, off to the market for some fresh ingredients. Let's go!
And we go.
Wait up! I'll come too!
Baizhu, thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
Don't mention it, Jiangli. I was just doing my duty.
Just your duty, huh? Baizhu, Changsheng, would you mind if we took this conversation outside?
Now that you are part zombie, there are some rules that you need to know.
Yes, ma'am. I'm listening.
First, don't forget to stretch your body regularly. Second, don't forget to...
Yes? Go on. Don't forget to...
I forgot.
Aw, Chi-Chi. Hang in there. You'll figure it out. Hang in there, Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi's doing her best.
Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. Changshang, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baizhu.
Huh. Oh yeah, that's right, because they were all pals. Pals for life.
I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality. It's not altogether dissimilar from the poison I concocted in terms of the way it functions.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life. I hope you're not too upset at me for copying your methods.
No, not at all. With your intellect, even if you'd never seen my poison, I believe you would have eventually arrived at the same approach. But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Jialiang's still only been in your care for a few days. Not just that, you even managed to improve upon the original formula. That cannot be explained by intellect alone. Baizhu, be honest with me. Did you try out some of the poison on yourself?
Wait, what?
Told you the truth would surface sooner or later.
What?
Life force isn't the only thing that Changshang's contract lets you transfer between bodies, is it?
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli.
You had a crack at the poison too?
You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins and diseases. When I treated Jia Liang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow me to alleviate the burden on him, but it also gave me an opportunity to study its properties. There is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the source has been destroyed, any remaining poison in me will have already dissipated.
You took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed the god's remains back there, then even you might have... What am I saying? I'm in no position to criticize you for this. The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old. And I didn't want him using up any more of his own life force to treat my husband. But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another. And then you tried the poison on yourself too. It looks like both of us have ended up going the same way as our master before us. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, haven't given away our own for the sake of others? To fight relentlessly against the natural course of life and death, whatever the cost? Maybe our fate is sealed the moment we decide to study medicine.
Remember, you decide this. Remember, you decide to
Never say that anyone's
study this kind of medicine. Yeah, sure.
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changshang to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. There are so many that, some of them, I don't even recognize. Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiangli. Every one of us from Chenyu Vale believes in the same thing.
Hey, food's ready!
Mom, come and join us. The Traveler taught me a load of new recipes and said even Dad'll be able to taste them. Come and try them out.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day you're not around anymore, Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you, they will all miss you dearly.
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
I can only hope so.
That's a very fucking ominous statement.
Baizhu, what did Jiang Li mean by not around anymore? Are you
Yeah.
gonna be okay?
Yeah, it's very ominous sounding. What's up? Yeah, what does she mean by that?
Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Jiang Li's master, has passed away at a young age. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract with you helps people live longer.
Helps other people live longer.
It is a very long story.
Okay, here we go.
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, thing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors, and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas,
For the greater good?
I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojun. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's natural temperament. All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced than the average person by the miracle of overturning the laws of life and death. Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means. They are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope in a dark world filled with pain and suffering.
So, Baizhu, does that mean...
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Changsheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiang Li's life, or Jiang Li grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice.
Someone ended up getting hurt.
I have nothing but the
Okay.
utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives for their principles. But I do not wish to join their ranks, nor do I wish to pass on this contract to anyone else in the future.
Huh? But didn't you already transfer a ton of diseases onto yourself?
What makes a poison, poison? And what makes a disease a disease? When it comes down to it, are not both mechanisms that affect the operations of the human body? If disease is defined as deviation from normal functioning, then who knows? Perhaps the true elixir of immortality could in fact be a kind of poison.
Yeah.
Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. But to me, it is no different from the way our ancestors tested the medicinal qualities of herbs by sampling each and every one. I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Changsheng to perish from losing her host. This leaves only one solution, doesn't it?
So you intend to be immortal. Okay. Whew, okay.
Precisely. I will be Changsheng's final host, and the tradition of passing down the contract will end with me.
Even the gods of old struggle to achieve true immortality. First you want to save others, then you want to save yourself. Now you even want to save me. You're getting greedy, Baizhu.
But isn't wanting to have it all what makes us human? For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the light, the only path forward is up towards the moon.
The moon that is
For once,
fake.
Paimon just does not know what to say.
Dr. Baizhu, Traveler, what are you still chatting about? The food's about to get cold.
We also have coconut milk.
Yay, we have coconut milk.
Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've eaten.
Let's go then.
I do envy Paimon sometimes. Eating her fill is enough to satisfy her body and mind.
True. And yet, although we call them simple pleasures, are such things as these not precisely why we mortals cling desperately to the life we have?
Yep. That was nice. That was a really, really nice story. It had its emotional ups and downs.
Time for a house call.
Yeah. It had its emotional ups and downs. But in the end it resolved, I think, quite nicely. And I think with that we're going to call it a night. Thanks for watching everyone, hope you guys enjoyed this stream. If you did, don't forget to follow and feel free to sub. If you're watching on YouTube now or in the future, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Let me try Commit it to memory.
Mind the side effects. Remember, help comes.
We shall prevail! Here! Yield!
Hands with the wings.